Hello everyone, I thought I'd do my roundup from last night. I had my third meetup last night and it was just great again, and we stayed just over nearly 2.5 hours just having a wonderful chat, and of course you come away so uplifted by it all. I'm still so excited by what I see, and just it comes so easily. As a teacher, I have to be prepared for all my lessons, and I'm finding I'm doing that less when I'm working, because when I just show up and work with what is, it all just seems to come naturally, and I love it.
I had my fourth meetup yesterday, and one lovely woman turned up. We had a really lovely coffee, just relaxing and chatting. So she wasn't really sure how much of the 3 principles she was actually absorbing, but from my perspective, it was just really, really interesting, because she clearly had taken on board quite a lot of it. The really interesting thing, I think, of all these meetups was that I did feel a bit guilty that I got so much out of it. I mean, I hope she got some things out of it. I'm sure she did, but I felt I got so much more out of it. I got some amazing insights, and one of them was that she talked about the fact she didn't talk to anyone about 3 principles, and she said she was enjoying this conversation because this was one of the few conversations she'd had. And she said she found it really difficult to talk about the 3 principles, which I totally got. And it suddenly occurred to me that actually I was finding it much, much easier to talk about the 3 principles. I mean, there were times when I just thought, what on earth am I saying? This is all going round in circles. I can't be making sense. But I'm relaxing much more into it. And I think that was one of the things I said to her, that just, you don't have to say this is the 3 principles and I'm going to talk about mind, consciousness and thought. Just say things that feel relevant and appropriate at the time that are linked. And it was great. It was just a wonderful, wonderful experience. Yeah, it was a lovely experience. I had so much fun. We came away and I just felt I'd laughed the whole time and shared some lovely experiences. So it's just a really marvellous experience.
But it was amazing, and you guys will absolutely love your meetups, I'm sure. Just don't worry about what you're going to say to people, I would say. I was a bit nervous about it, but I just kind of thought, do you know what, if I don't know, I don't know. But this meetup was more about sort of getting to know everybody first. And they're already asking about when we're going to meet up next. And I've got a podcast come to mind through what everybody was saying and the sort of theme of things that kept cropping up. So I've already got a podcast that I want them to listen to, and we can talk about that next time. But yeah, I think it really got them thinking, and hopefully they'll have some kind of, it will have an impact on them in the next couple of weeks. And
we had tears, we had laughter, we had all sorts of stuff going on, but at the end of the session people commented on how safe they felt coming along, and how they really were enjoying what they were learning, and it was starting to make a difference for them, either in a tiny little way or maybe something a little bit more for one person.
Morning mentors! Sorry, I meant to do this like 2 days ago to let you know how Monday's meetup went with my flip charts and my coloured pens. I got 4 people. It was really cool to have somebody so fresh and new, and somebody that had seen a little bit more, and then the 2 guys that have kind of just learning as we go through the meetups. Cool conversations. The running thread was kind of around road rage and people driving, tailgating you, so right at the back of the car. And what was really interesting was that the guy that raised that does a lot of driving and gets angry about people behind him. It gave us a chance to explore what was going on with the guy that was actually sat on his ass. But then the other cool thing was one of the Alpomers was like, well, I'm not even aware that anybody's like kind of like riding on the back of me, which in itself just gave a great example of how thought creates an experience in every moment, looks real, and is never true. And that is just kind of where we went. So yeah, it was good. So
hi everyone, I just want to share my second meetup, which I just come back from tonight, and it's nearly 10:30. It was unbelievable. It's so hard to put into words. There was 8 people to start, and one of whom had come before, and then it was such a mixture of different ages. There were 3 girls and the rest men, and I have to say I've never had such in-depth conversations with people I literally met 3 hours ago, and they're all going to come back, so that's really, really great.